So you know I have to do the magical thing, right? I told the
Yes.
person that were on earlier that I have to do it again. We thank for the rain today. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Let's unite. That was a beautiful reuniting. We are reunited once again on a Money Matters Monday night chat view. And what I had said before is that this coming like another rerun. So yes, guys, it is for a reason why we are doing this again. Fret not yourself. Thanks for joining with coming on. It's fine. We might take a few questions. Nonetheless, Michelle will look out for the questions because I still can't see it. But what is important is the essence of the credit bureau and what the credit report means and why you should have it. And then we're going to just go to the takeaways. So Michelle, rerun. Who is Michelle? What the credit bureau is all about? Blah, blah. You know it already.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I am Michelle Toyloy Carter, the Chief Operating Officer at CIS Credit Bureau. And we have been in the credit bureau business since 1964. Back then, we were called Credit Information Providers. So we've been doing this business for more than 50 years, and we're Jamaican owned, and we have always been Jamaican owned. And since 2014, we were licensed under the Credit Reporting Act to provide credit information service, credit information, which is encompassed in a credit report for consumers. The most interesting thing about credit reports is that consumers are the embryo of the business that we're in, on the basis that they determine how they will, well, they are to determine that to ensure that they use the credit reports to ensure that the lenders have been providing accurate and correct, up-to-date information on their credit facilities. How do you do that? How do you use a credit report? How do you demand a credit report? Credit reports are available to every consumer, free, 1 copy per year from each credit bureau. So there are 3 credit bureaus.
Free.
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 Free. All right.
1 free. And consumers are scared of seeing their credit report. Did you know that, Delroy? They don't want to see what's on the credit report. It's their business and they don't want to see it.
And there's nothing like knowing, because at least when you know, you can do something about it.
Absolutely. And it's already there. What is there to be scared of? What will scare you is when you don't see it and when the information there is incorrect, and it's never too late to fix it. But when you've waited too long to fix it, if there's a problem, you have denied yourself the privilege of credit, of accessing credit. So tonight, I want to encourage consumers to demand their credit report every year. 1 free copy is your entitlement. Now, after you get that free copy, and if 6 months come and you say, you know, this thing is interesting, I want to see what 6 months later, what my credit report looks like, you can get another one. You can get it every month if you want to. However, after the free copy is issued, then the subsequent copies will come at a fee.
And there is a process. There is a process to fix the report, or a process to get the report.
Right. So the process to get the report is that you must apply. You must provide us with consent. And with that consent, you support the application with 2 government-issued picture IDs and a proof of address, a proof of home address. So if you get mail at your address, or your bank statement or utility bill comes to your home address, that's what we need. Just to say you are who you are, where you live is actually registered to you. And you can submit that electronically by email to customer service at CIS Jamaica, customer service at credit.cisjamaica.com.
You know, interestingly, Michelle, you said you have to have the consent. When you say the consent, you mean they can't just take my information and hand it over to the credit in the credit bureau system? I have to do something?
Yes, you have to give consent to any entity that wants to access your credit report. So if you come into the bureau, you need to sign an application form that gives us consent to access your credit information and pull your credit report. If you go in for a loan, you must sign giving the lender consent to access your credit information. No entity or any individual should access credit information on a borrower without getting their consent.
This affect the guarantors so in situation where there are guarantors. This affect the guarantors?
The guarantors usually need to give consent as well.
Okay.
Some institutions use guarantor information differently. Some, may pull their credit reports, some may not. So it depends on the policy of the lender, how they treat with guarantors.
Okay.
But yes, anybody who, once it is required that they access your credit information, you must give consumer consent.
So in a nutshell, what is a credit report in a nutshell? What is a credit report?
A credit report is a deep list of information tracking the borrower's history with credit, of using credit. So it also provides biographical information and demographic information. So the biographical information, standard name, TRN, current address, previous address, name of employer, and that includes the demographic information, which is your address. And the consumer consent is also reflected on the credit report. So your signature can be applied to the credit report. In our case at the bureau, we apply the borrower's signature. Along with that, we give an overview of your experience with credit. So we track your highest amount borrowed, your highest amount paid, your longest time that you have borrowed, the details of your credit in terms of a comprehensive overview of your credit accounts.
Okay.
And then we list who you've borrowed from and how much you've borrowed, over what period of time, and how much you pay each monthly, what's the monthly installment.
Okay.
We also track if it's active, overdue, or if it's written off. Now, if it's written off, you're in trouble.
All right. So welcome again, guys. Welcome Social Commentary. Social Commentary is back with us. Social Commentary, I think, is the first time on Money Matters, and it's a deliberate reason why we are doing a rerun. Right? So it's history making, beautiful day, and it's the first time we are doing a rerun on Money Matters. So any comments there, you can take it in the meantime, Michelle, because remember I can't see the screen. So we are happy for you who are rejoining us, right? So we will make use of any questions you have. Few of the questions that were asked before was cleaning up your credit report, and you had given an answer to say that it's best to know what your credit status. Okay, I think there is something there. How do you
acquire your information on the creditors, on the debtors? We gather information from lenders. So there's a triangular communication in the credit bureau industry. It includes the consumers, the credit bureau, and the lenders. Credit bureaus go to the lenders to get information on the borrowers. We collate that information and represent it in the form of a credit report and resell that credit information to the lenders. Why we resell it? Because the lenders will only have information on you if you are a client of theirs, but they will not know what your other credit facilities are if you have borrowed from other institutions. So what we do is really give them a comprehensive overview of the credit accounts that you have in the landscape, in the marketplace. So if you have two, as long as that credit information provider is sharing information with the credit bureau, it will form a part of the credit report. And it's important for each consumer to pull their credit report annually. It's free. And it's important for you to go through that information to ensure that the information is accurate.
Well,
sometimes you may have a credit card, and the credit card, you stop using the credit card, but you didn't close the account at the bank. It may still be accumulating some little interest rates there, interest fees there, and it will show up that you still have that credit card. So it's important for you to pull your credit report before you go in to apply for a loan, to ensure that there is no account there that it's showing up that you think is closed, or you think the payments are coming in on time, but they're actually coming over from their employer. The salary deduction is getting to the lender late, so it's showing that you're paying late. It shows a lot of information that you ought to know what is on it. So don't be afraid of pulling your credit report.
You can't be afraid, because as our tag said for the caption tonight, is how your credit report affects your money matters. And as I said, from 2014, the Credit Bureau and the Bank of Jamaica is involved in the process to bring this official thing to you. And lenders are asking more and more for credit reports.
Absolutely.
It becomes the first piece of paper that they're drawing for. What's your name? And the next thing, oh, sign this, and we are pulling a credit report for you before they go any further. So that credit report we consider like currency in your pocket. It's like cash. You have a good credit report, you've gone to the window, you're clear. So there's a lot of significance that is placed on the credit report. So as I said, we were basically doing this recap, and most are with the regulation again that the Bank of Jamaica is going through with microfinance companies. We know that credit report again will become a very important piece of the puzzle in the credit approval process, because there's another new set of lenders now coming into the credit system, right, in the ecosystem. So you had given us some pointers, and I just want to revisit the credit invisible. There is that term that you use, the credit invisible. I want you to explain it again for us, and then we just do the takeaway.
Credit invisibles are consumers who don't use credit. They don't have a credit card, they don't have a loan, they don't have any student loans, they've never borrowed. And there's a reason why they may behave that way, because they use cash to pay all their debts. They have this misnomer that, you know, once you have a credit card, the tax man is going to come and get you, or, you know, information is out there that will tell people about you.
Yeah.
But you're doing yourself an injustice, because if you don't use credit, you won't necessarily be able to acquire or to advance in life as fast as you would like, because you cannot accumulate cash in the quantities that you would like, in the speed of time that you would like it. So don't be afraid of
mortgages, especially for big item, ticket item like mortgages.
Yes, yes. And you know, some persons are wanting to drive new cars, and to acquire a new car, it's best to acquire it using credit. Use the car to secure the loan and keep paying monthly. There are many different ways that you can pay on time, and you pretty much can just forget about it. One of them, salary deductions. Second one, standing order. Yes, you can. There's a fee for the standing order, but the fee is minor compared to, you know, the default if you don't pay on time. The consequences of defaulting, right?
You seen that comment? Or you run through that comment already?
Oh, that's the same one.
Okay.
How do you acquire?
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. So using credit become visible. Go into your lender, even if it's a small loan where you want to buy, let's say you want to buy a new laptop, and you worked out that you're paying $10,000 a month. Go in and establish that type of account. Start small. We're not saying you must just go buy a house quick. But start small. Build your reputation as a good paying debtor, and ensure that information is being published in the credit report accurately. Banks now are providing secured credit cards where you put a specific amount, if it's $50,000, and you use that facility to build on your credit history, credit reputation. Show people that you are able to manage the credit and pay back on time. Essentially, credit is all about paying back on time.
So the shortest way is a credit card. Shortest, easy way, a cash secure credit card, and you start to build your credit.
Exactly. Even if you go into your credit union, credit unions are allowing members now to borrow against your savings. So your loan is cash secured. So you don't have to put yourself out of the way to try and make sure your payments are on time. Utilize the repayment facilities that are available to you.
Yes.
There is a service fee, but everywhere you go, there's a service fee. If you pay a bill on time, you save $250. If you don't pay on time, they charge you $250. Everywhere you go. So it's not worth it to run away from credit. And it's important because that's the way we're heading.
And you're using this payment. You're using this payment issue to negotiate better borrowing terms for yourself once you do that.
Exactly. One important thing to also note for those who may be looking to migrate or thinking that they may migrate, when you migrate, you need to take the credit report with you. You need to have something on it because over there, all they deal with is credit. So you have to, if you're migrating, get your credit report, pull your free credit report, take it with you. They want to see what you have been doing with credit here. If you go and you don't have any credit history at all, you're invisible here and you're invisible there. It's going to take you twice as long to acquire the things you need over there. Yes, because even if you're renting an apartment there, they pull your credit history, credit report.
That's I never know that you could actually take the credit report from here and actually use it there. But you're learning something.
I've had quite a few friends, yes, especially in Canada. Because, you can migrate on, all the new initiatives now for immigrants to migrate. And they want you to come, but they also want to make credit facilities available to you. You're going to need it. You need a loan to...
That's the way the word. That's the way the first word.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, Michelle, we're actually down on time. I just need you to give us back some takeaways so we can have it for good housekeeping. Right.
So first things first, each consumer should pull their credit report annually. Make use of the free benefit that you have. Apply for your free credit report at customer service at credit.cisjamaica.com. Check to make sure that all the information is correct. If it is not correct and you have an issue, file a consumer dispute with the credit bureau. We will talk to the lender. You don't have to go back to the lender and say, oh, my account information is wrong. Come to the bureau, lodge a dispute. We will work with the lender to make sure that it is corrected. Okay, because you can go to the lender and they give you a statement of account and you get the loan, but the error is still there. The incorrect information is still there. So fix that.
So you need to fix.
Yes, fix it. You need to also pull your credit reports before you go in and apply for a loan. It saves time. It will make the loan it will actually make the loan process run much smoother, so you don't have to delay and the loan will be approved much quicker. Third thing, don't get caught with, I used this one before, lifestyle inflation. Don't think that there's a new phone coming out, you must get the phone, and then you default on your loans. Or there's a new car, your friend get a new car, you want to upgrade. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Just buy the time and pay your bills on time. Utility bills, utility information will be appearing on credit reports shortly. We have 17 different sectors that we can acquire information from. Any entity that provides credit can share credit information with credit bureaus. So if you have a King Alarm or any, personal security bills that credit facility that you acquire, insurance premiums, all those things apply and will be available on credit reports. So it's best to get accustomed to it now, one step at a time. Start with a credit card, cash secured credit card, pay it on time, and gradually upgrade as the years pass.
Well, Michelle, we are on top of time, exactly the 30 minutes. I most appreciate, the fans appreciate, the Money Matters family appreciate you. Those from your side, we want to say thanks. We could not call you by name all. We could not answer everything, but we are happy. Yeah. On a beautiful Monday night, Labor Day, from where we are, we say thank you for coming.
Late, but I catch a lot. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Okay.
All right. We'll catch up next week, Monday night, on Money Matters. Looking at another listed company. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.